Okay, so here we're working on snatch pulls. Snatch pulls are just working on bringing the bar up. So we're not going under the bar at all, we're just bringing the bar up. Right? So really it emphasizes the first pull, and it also emphasizes the second pull. We're eliminating the third pull of the lift because, again, the third pull is the pull where you're pulling yourself down under the bar. So this one, just working on good bar path and working on good technique from the floor all the way into the shrugged out position. So at the end of this lift, you'll see me fully extended in the lower body, and you'll see my shoulders shrugged up into my ears. So first, let's talk about the start position. The start position, the feet are approximately hip width apart, and the hips are slightly higher than the knees, and the shoulders are out over the bar. If you look at the bar in relationship to the shins, they're actually off of the shins just a little bit, and if I would look down at the bar should be just over the midfoot. So there's our start position. The back's nice and flat, and always make sure that you get that mean look on your face before you lift the barbell. All right, so here from the floor, bringing it up to just above the knees, I want you to notice what's happening with the lower body or with the shins. So when I go from the floor here and I start coming up, watch as I push my knees back. And when I get to the knees, you'll notice that my shins have gone perpendicular to the floor. Okay? So they start, again, the knees start forward, and as I'm coming up, I'm pushing my knees back and out of the way. And as I'm pushing my knees back and out of the way, my shins are going vertical. The other thing you might notice too is that I do push my knees out. And what that does is creates a little bit of external rotation in the hip joint, creating a little bit more torque. And we want torque. That's what helps to create energy in that bar. So I would rather see the knees push out a little bit as opposed to a lot of people where they actually cave in. So as you're coming up, think push the knees back, and you can externally rotate or push the knees out slightly as you come up. So we'll look at it one more time. So here's the floor, and then coming up, you'll see the knees go back, and you'll actually see the knees push out slightly. Okay, so now that I'm just above the knees as a coach, the things I'm looking for is that the shins are nice and vertical, and that the knees are not caved in or not coming together. The other thing I look at is the weight distribution on the feet. If you look at my feet right now, the majority of the weight of my body is going to be on the heel of the foot. So when I start my lift from the floor, it's going to be more forward. I'm going to say maybe 60% of the weight's going to be on the ball of the foot. And as I come up and start pushing the knees back, when I get to the just above knee position, my weight's on the heel of the foot. So there is a weight shift there. Okay. From here, you'll notice back is still flat, shoulders are out over the bar. I've got my shins nice and vertical, weights on the heel of the foot. And from here, we're moving into the second pull. Okay. The second pull of this lift, the barbell brushes up the thighs. My torso is coming into a vertical position. All right. So you'll notice here I'm in a vertical position with my torso. I still have a bend in my knees. My feet are flat on the floor. The majority of the weight's going to be in the heel of the foot. And from here, I jump. So I'm gonna come up into the air. You're going to see my legs extend. I'm going to come up onto my toes, and I'm going to shrug my shoulders big, put my shoulders up in my ears. So you can see I call this the shrugged out position. So the second pull would end here. The third pull would be where I start pulling myself down under the bar in order to receive it. In this case, it's pretty heavy for me, so I'd receive it in a low position. All right, so again, let's look at that second pull. So we've come in from just above the knees. Torso goes vertical. And I go into what would look like a jump, or I call it the shrugged out position. So again, up on the toes, so my ankles are extended, my knees are extended, my hips are fully extended, my shoulders are up in the ears, and I'm trying to create as much upward momentum on that barbell as possible. In this particular exercise, the snatch pull or the snatch extension, we're not trying to bend the elbows. I'm just trying to get a big shrug. So the other thing you'll notice is that bar path, again, if you look at bar path in the second pull, as I'm coming up, I'm always pulling it in close to the body. So you'll notice it comes into the hips, makes contact with my hip crease, and then as it comes up, it's even brushing my shirt. So you see my shirt come up there. So that's just to give you an idea of how close you want the bar to your body when you do this shrugged out position. Any positioning away from the body is going to be an inefficient movement and probably will end up in an unsuccessful lift. So, all right, there you have it. There's the first and second pull, and again, the exercise is what we call snatch pulls. I'll play one at full speed here. There it is. All right, get out and practice.